Alright guys, today we're going to be learning all about the butterfly life cycle. Who's ever seen a butterfly before? Izzy?
I saw a butterfly flying in my backyard and it landed in our pool and almost died.
Uh-oh. Who else has seen a butterfly? Sophia, tell us about a butterfly you've seen.
There was one in my mom's box and it was flying around and we got it out before it died. No one stepped on the wings. And I found a lot out back in my yard.
You found a lot out back? Oh.
And I catch them.
Ethan, you want to tell us about a butterfly you've seen before? Where did you see a butterfly?
In my pool.
In your pool?
About to die.
Alright.
Excuse me.
Alright.
And then
So, after today's lesson, what I want you guys to be able to do is tell me the different stages that are in the butterfly life cycle, and you're going to be able to put them in order after I give you a list. And then I want you to be able to tell me one interesting fact about each stage of the butterfly life cycle. So first we're going to fill out a KWL chart. Anybody know what that is?
no.
Alright, a KWL chart is where we're going to write down things that we know about butterflies, things we want to learn about butterflies, and then when we're all done, we're going to write down the things that we've learned about the butterflies.
Yes,
Tell me
ma'am.
something that they know about butterflies. Izzy,
Each side of the wings are identical.
each part of the wing is identical?
For
Alright.
example, that picture back there right behind you.
Oh, like the butterfly picture up here. Alright. Ethan.
If you touch its wing, it will die. And its wings will fall off.
So we don't want to touch the butterfly's wings?
No.
Sophia, what do you know about butterflies?
If you step on a butterfly, it dies. How do you whistle, Izzy?
All right. Ethan, can you tell me something that you want to learn about butterflies?
How do butterflies lay eggs?
How do butterflies lay eggs?
I actually don't know that.
Sophia, what's something you want to learn about the butterfly life cycle?
About how do the butterflies die when you touch the wings?
Izzy, what's something you want to learn about butterflies?
Like if they land in water, like how long do they survive for until they die?
We all want to know how they die. I don't.
Oh, I want to know.
Okay.
I want to know something else.
Yes, Izzy.
Do they, I know this might sound inappropriate, but do they poop?
Ew.
What is a fact? I want to learn that.
We might not learn about that today, but that's definitely something we can do in our research on butterflies. Today we're going to be learning all about the butterfly life cycle.
Do they pee?
All right. So,
Excuse me. I saw
this is a picture of the life cycle. Usually if you see a life cycle, it's going to be going around in a circle because it's something that's continuously happening. So it starts with an adult butterfly, and then it goes, and the butterfly lays eggs. When the eggs hatch, they turn into small caterpillars, and then they grow larger, and once they're big enough, they turn into a pupa, which is also known as a chrysalis. And then after it's in the chrysalis, it goes through something called metamorphosis,
What does a
where it changes from a caterpillar into a butterfly. Yes, Izzy.
The butterfly on the adult, my mom has it tattooed on her back.
Ah. Sophia,
I saw that the adult kind of butterfly.
this is the kind of butterfly that you saw? All right. Let's see. Let's learn about the first stage
Last name.
in a butterfly. The first stage in the butterfly life cycle is the egg.
How do they make their chrysalis?
We're going to learn that in just a second.
What's
All
a
right.
bee?
So the first stage is an egg. The eggs are laid on leaves. Usually the eggs are round, or sometimes they can be oval. So see, we have some oval ones here and some round ones here. It depends on the butterfly that lays the egg is what makes it either round or oval.
Whoa.
The second stage of the butterfly life cycle is the larva, which is also called the caterpillar. Just a second. When the egg hatches, the caterpillar then eats the leaf that it's hatched on. But they only like certain types of leaves. So the adult caterpillar has to know what leaves the adult butterfly has to know what leaves the caterpillar is going to eat, because they're not big enough to move around yet. So they eat the leaf that they're laid on. And they eat and eat and eat. Has anybody ever read The Very Hungry Caterpillar? Yeah? Raise your hand if you've read it.
He eats.
All right. Yeah, they eat and eat and eat.
I know what they eat. After he ate a lot, what he wasn't supposed to eat, he got a bellyache.
Yes, he did. So that's why they have to eat. They eat the leaves that they like, right? Okay. And the way that they grow is by molting. Molting is where they shed their skin. So once
Like
they get
snakes?
too big, kind of like a snake, yeah. So whenever they get too big, then they'll molt their old skin and form a new skin each time that they grow bigger.
Is that kind of freaking you out, Fee?
The third stage is the pupa, or the chrysalis.
It kind of sounds like an appropriate
So look,
word.
see this is how they make their chrysalis.
Whoa, what's it made of?
They attach themselves to a stem, and then they'll wiggle and wiggle and wiggle and wiggle all around until their skin turns into the chrysalis. And then once it's all the way inside the chrysalis, it's going to undergo metamorphosis, where it's going to change all of its parts from like a caterpillar into a butterfly.
Does it die?
It goes under metamorphosis. So it changes. Instead of being a caterpillar, it's going to become
A
butterfly.
Excuse me?
Yes.
I've seen butterflies. Not butterflies. Caterpillars. And we were trying to hurt them, but some people killed them.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
And my
All right. So the fourth stage is the adult butterfly. After it emerges, so see, look, this is where it's still inside of its chrysalis, and then it slowly comes out, and after it emerges, it has to flap its wings to pump blood into it. Has anybody ever had their arm fall asleep on them? Raise your hand if you've had your arm fall asleep on you. You know, you have to kind of like rub it to get the blood pumping in it again, or it feels tingly. Yeah, so a butterfly, whenever it emerges, has to pump its wings, so that way it gets blood in it. All right. Its wings need to dry for about 3 to 4 hours. So, that might be something about the pool. So once it gets out of the pool, it needs about 3 to 4 hours maybe so that its wings can dry off and it can start flying again. Because do you feel a little bit heavier when you get wet? Your hair gets a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whenever you're wet,
Kind of.
it would be too heavy for a butterfly to fly. And then, instead of eating leaves, like the caterpillar does, butterflies eat nectar and pollen.
Can't you just slide it like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like this?
All right. So,
Did I turn that thing off?
that's the end of the PowerPoint. Okay. So who can tell me something that they learned about butterflies? I like the way that Izzy's sitting. Izzy.
That they have to wait for after they get wet, after they're born, when their wings are wet, they have to wait 3 to 4 hours to fly again or be dry.
They have to wait 3 to 4 hours for their wings to dry. Sophia, you're sitting nice and quietly. What did you learn about butterflies?
That the wings,
Forgot.
Okay, we can come back to you. Ethan, what's something that you learned about
they
butterflies?
eat pollen and nectar.
butterflies eat pollen and nectar? Did you remember, Sophia? Okay.
That the crystals. About the crystals.
What is it? The butterfly that forms a chrysalis, or is it a caterpillar that forms a chrysalis?
The butterfly.
The caterpillar goes into the chrysalis, and then the butterfly comes out.
Of the chrysalis. And flies around and then gets eaten by a monster. It doesn't make sense, Ethan.
Okay.
Hey, don't
So now we're going to do some teams, and I'm going to show you a video, and during each stage,